today we're going to talk about power position. For your neutral position, we're going to use the term power position, and a power position is one where it makes you faster, makes you stronger, and it limits what your opponent can do to you. So your power position, or your stance in neutral position, is that you should be leaning forward, your knees should be bent, and your hips should be bent. Now know that you're in a good stance when your chest is getting closer to your knees. And what this allows you to do is you're not standing up too much. If you stand up too much, it's kind of like if you're lifting weights, or say you have to jump up high. If your knees are straight, you can't jump very far. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get down, and that makes us stronger, and we're able to jump up if we need to, right? And so this is the power position. You should be head down, and your one leg. This is a staggered stance. This is a square stance. Normally, staggered stance is good for going forward, and square stance is good for going sideways.
Action.
The next thing we're going to talk about is power position when we're in on a leg. Okay? So say I do this single leg takedown, and he sprawls on top of me. Okay? And this happens all the time. So now the question is, do I have bad position? And the answer is, no, this is not too bad. You could do worse. I'm past his elbows. If I was up here, and he's grabbing me in a front headlock, now I'm in bad position. I'm not even past his elbows. But if you got a leg, you could be doing worse, okay? So what we have to do, but it's easy to get messed up here. So what we're going to do is talk about our power position down here. Remember, what does power position do? It makes us stronger, it makes us faster, and it limits what our opponent can do to us. So what you do in this one is I'm going to put one hand down. I'm going to grab onto my wrist, right here. I'm going to bury my head right there. So now Dan, this makes me stronger. My shoulders are stronger now than when they're like this. I don't have any strength when they're like this. And also, Dan has a harder time doing a cross face on me, and my head is buried right there. That's power position in on a leg.
Action.
Okay, next we're going to be talking about power position when we're sprawling. When I'm sprawling, I'm trying to prevent him from scoring. So we go down, and what I want to do, and you can actually put me down there. What I want to do is, there's two things you got to remember: legs wide, head high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my legs wide. I'm going to take a step across the body. And then I'm going to lift my head up so you can see my writing on my t-shirt. Okay, and you see what that did to his arm is that it stretched it out right here. Okay, so that puts him in a bad position. So this makes me stronger because I got all my weight on him. It makes me faster because I'm on my feet, and it limits what he can do because my legs are away from him. So this is why this is our power position. If you're a little high, like I am right now, I'm kind of laying over him a little bit too far. What you do is you do that thumb block, and you put it right here, and you slide your belt buckle down a little bit. So again, power position, he grabs the leg. I take a step off to the side, so legs wide, chest high. Go down, legs wide. And as I put my leg up, that arm goes down, or goes up, because that elbow is hyperextended now. Chest high, so my weight's on him, slide with me.
Go.
So in folk style wrestling, there's top and bottom position. We call it the building block positions, right? Just what you begin with. For bottom, your knees are kind of shoulder width apart. There'll be a line here. You want your center of gravity centered over your hips for the most part. Your ankles, you can choose to put them up like this. You can put them down like that, and some people even go like this, kind of. But our team will pretty much be going like this, hiding our ankles from the opponent. So you're centered onto your hips, hiding your ankles from your opponent. Your hands would go roughly about a foot apart. There'll be lines on the mat. Put your palms out flat. Kind of want to be putting your elbows in. But when you're set, when the referee says set, you'll be here. And one of the things you don't want is you don't want a lot of pressure on your arms. You want your arms to be real loose. Coach Shannon can show you that if he knocks my arms right now, I don't fall face forward. I have most of my weight back here.
And then when the top guy gets on, what we'll start with is we want to make sure our chest is on him. We always want our weight on him. So this is a concept. So we're going to start with the chest on him, okay? And then we're going to put one hand underneath on his belly button, and then one hand over here on his elbow. And I'll just switch here. So I'm going to put my chest on him, belly button, and elbow. And I can also cover the elbow like this if I wanted to. Either way, but we want to make sure that our weight's on top of him.
Action.
Next, we're going to talk about power position on the bottom, and it's pretty simple. Sit on your heels, no handles, He's going to be picking at your ankle. Put your hands forward, bend your elbows just a little bit, and don't give up your arms. Okay, this is what wrestlers who get beat on the bottom give up their arms too easy. You get pulled back, okay? So you want to have solid arms. And if Dan would get on top of me, if he chops an arm, that's okay if I go down to an elbow, put your hand out, come back up. Okay, and just stay solid. Okay, you're not going to stay here forever because the guys that we're going to wrestle are going to wear us down, but this is what power position looks like. And it's not too much to say, don't let your hands get too narrow, otherwise Dan's going to come inside here. Okay, that's another problem, is people get knocked over this way. Stay wide so you can't get that arm.
Action.
Okay, next we're going to talk about power position on top. Again, a power position is something that makes us faster, makes us stronger, and it limits what our opponent can do. So our main objective, kind of the overriding theme here, is that we want to wrestle up in here. Okay? And so what we're going to do, we're going to say that our power position is across here and then right here. And this is going to be able to keep up, we're going to be able to ride him pretty up here. Okay, we're going to be able to stay on top of him. If he moves, we're going to bull ride him. So that looks like this. So we don't have to get too religious about this. We can go here. We can also go here. This is also fine for here. So anything that we're up here. Okay? And so what happens, though, is if Dan moves around, if he's swirling around, what we can do is we'll switch our arms, okay? So maybe we start here, right? But then he starts to switch and the pressure changes. I'll move from here. It's really easy to go like this, okay? So this is called bull riding. So I'm up here and Dan's moving around. He sits maybe, and I come right here. I switch my hands. And then he moves again, I switch again. And he moves and I switch again. We can do a double knee pry, a double thigh pry, push him forward. But that's basically our power position and bull riding.